Good evening, Guruji. And this is T. Asunilkam from College of Horticulture, Mysuru. And my question is about the nation, the recent developments which are going on. Does this country belongs to a particular religion? And why? And the politicians who are involved in that, they are want to build a Hindu nation or Hindu Rashtra, something like that. But it's a country where we respect everybody and everybody respect among themselves. And something is which is going on that they're about to rewrite the constitution. Is there any problem with the constitution?
Who is telling you such things? Who told you they're about to rewrite the constitution?
They are about to, sir. I
Who?
said that they are about to.
No, how do you know they're about to?
They are about to, in the sense I go through many Facebook postings.
No, you're a social media.
No, nothing like that, sir. It has been well explained by Mr. Shashi Tharoor.
Okay.
And my question is that India belongs to a particular religion.
Well, let's understand this. There are religions in the world. A religion essentially means there is a fixed belief system. You have to believe this, this and this. That this is the God and this is the messenger, this is the heaven, this is the hell, you have to believe something like this. But in India, there is no such belief system. Everybody makes up their own belief as they want. See, just now, the people who are sitting here, they're talking about how even the plantain trees are all bowing down only to worship Kaveri. So if they drink water, they'll worship the water. If sun comes up, they'll worship the sun. If they see the tree, they'll worship the tree. If they see a stone, they'll worship the stone. There is no particular belief. And there is no the God anywhere in this culture. So belief makes a religion, but here there is no belief. The best thing about Hindus is they're eternally confused. That's the greatest thing about them. No, I'm not saying this in a negative way. Because it's very important that human beings see what I do not know as I do not know. Whatever you do not know, you have some stupid explanation written somewhere and you just believe it. No, in this culture, we know we do not know. So, we don't know who is God, so we make up our own God. Right now it's Ganesh Chaturthi time. Just see how many gods we made in the town, different styles, all right? For the next week or 10 days or 15 days, we'll go full on, Ganapati, Ganapati, Ganesh, 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 full on. Music is about Ganapati, bhajan is about Ganapati, food is about Ganapati, everything is about him. But when we're done with him, we put him in the water, dissolve him. Because this is the only culture which is conscious that God is our making. Rest of the people believe God made them. We know we made the gods and we know we can dissolve them when we're done with them. So when we said Hindu, you must understand this. This word comes from two geographical features. He comes from Himalayas, the Himalayan ranges. You ever been to Himalayas? You must go, young man. Because being in India, if you don't see Himalayas, you really missed it. You must see all young people. At least once in your lifetime, you must walk through Himalayas because it's beyond imagination, beyond anybody's imagination. So, Himalayas and in the south, Indusagara, today we're calling it Indian Ocean, this was called as Indusagara. The land that lies between Himalayas and Indusagara, we called is Hindu. Why we became reverential about these two geographical features is, when we had evolved our civilization, when we had evolved our mathematics, culture, music, many other aspects and sciences here, rest of the world were nomadic and roaming around like beasts, killing each other. And all these beasts were kept away because of Himalayas and Indusagara. We knew we are not fighting men. We did not build huge armies for invasion, but we built music, most profound sort of music. Nowhere on the planet do you have as complex a music system and mathematical systems as we have, because people invested in this. Music, mathematics, spirituality, astronomy. Because men were invested in this, there were not enough fighting men, so we revered Himalayas and Indusagara. We know these invaders and murdering hordes were kept out only because of Himalayan ranges and the ocean. So we call this land as Hindu. Anybody who is born in this land is Hindu. An earthworm in this land is Hindu. Oh, are you promoting only one religion? I'm talking about a geographical identity. When a lion born in Africa can be an African lion, why can't an earthworm born in this land be a Hindu earthworm? Now you've gotten this idea that Hindu means some kind of a religion. No, this is because of aggression from outside. It is the English people who invented Hinduism. Otherwise, in the same house, people are worshipping 5 different gods and one guy doesn't worship anything and they're all Hindu. One guy chants mantra, another guy is silent, another guy doesn't do anything, but all of them are Hindus. So it doesn't subscribe to any particular belief system. Well, there is a overarching culture, but above all the land that we called as Hindu. So if we say this is Hindustan, not us, Pakistani people call us Hindustan all the time. In the south you may not be using the word Hindustan, but in the north, in the Hindi language, generally they're calling it Hindustan. Because this was called as Hindustan. What was so unique about this land is, this was the only land on the planet where there was no the god. All the gods that so-called Hindus worship are men who walked on this planet. Rama, Krishna, Shiva, these are people, historical men who walked on this planet. Because of the phenomenal way they lived, people bowed down to them, recognizing certain qualities in them. When we say recognizing qualities, they did not do any miracles, they did not fly in the sky, they did not drop from the sky, none of those things happened. Normal birth, normal life, they all got married, they went through all the troubles of life and war and wife and all the problems, okay? More problems than you can imagine. You look at Krishna's life, Rama's life, more problems than you can imagine, isn't it? Let's take Rama as an example because he's constantly in focus. Because that's what you think is rewriting of the constitution. It is not rewriting of the constitution. Rama, born in Ayodhya, rightfully a king, coronated as a king at a young age. But then due to political reasons, he is made to go into the jungle with his young wife. This wife is not a tribal woman, she's a princess. To take this young woman and go into the jungle, believe me, even you, though you're a man, especially the girls here, if you take them in the jungle for 1 month and bring them out, nobody will recognize them, they will become like that. In 4 weeks, yes. When I stayed for weeks in the jungle and I came home, my mother would look at me and be shocked, sometimes she cried, "What's happened to you?" Just burnt head to toe, insect bites, mosquitoes, nonsense, all kinds of things. You go and sleep in the jungle for 3 days and see what happens to you. So jungle is not like how you see in the television channel, la la la, Rama Sita dancing, okay? That's not how jungle is, they didn't go there for honeymoon. So, unfortunately, it's a punishment to be in the jungle. As if that was not enough, these people from Sri Lanka came… Are you Sri Lankan? Okay, that's safe then. These people from Sri Lanka came and kidnapped his wife. He is a king, if one wife goes, he can find a local solution right there. Yes or no? He's a king, after all, he can marry 100 wives. But the man loves his wife, all the way he walks down. I want you to imagine, not today, he did not fly to Colombo. Walk down with his brother, just 2 of them, not an army, just 2 of them. Walked all the way down, begged for help in Tamil Nadu, formed a little army, crossed over, burned down a beautiful city there, killed lots of people, somehow got his wife back. To do all this, that woman must have meant so much to him, yes or no? Hello? You think so or no? Huh? Absolutely, isn't it? 5,000, 6,000 years ago, for a man to walk from one part of the country to another, it's like another world, literally. He got back his wife, went back and became a king again. She became fully pregnant. When she's pregnant, some other political situation comes once again, and he has to send her back into the jungle all alone. He did not make arrangements, do you understand? He just left her in the forest. He ordered Lakshmana, you cannot go. She has to go by herself. And she went. If anything really horrible can happen in your life, it is just that knowingly or unknowingly you kill your own children. That's the worst thing that can happen to you, isn't it? He almost killed both his children. He fought a battle with them, nearly killed them. Fortunately, it didn't happen. And then his wife dies in the jungle, never sees him again. You call this a successful life? Hello? If any one of these things happen in your life, you will be shattered, most of you. But all this series is a serial disaster. But in all this, the man did not become vengeful, resentful, angry. He just doing his duty. People these days, lot of women's groups are asking me, Sadhguru, what kind of a man is he? Just because somebody said something, he sends his wife, pregnant wife into forest, we don't want this man. So I asked, see, it is not about he rejecting his wife. It is not because he wants to get rid of his wife. She means enough for him to walk all the way down, fight a battle for her. So he's not trying to get rid of her. And especially for a king who has an empire, when his wife is pregnant is a big thing because children are going to come. It's the most important thing. Especially for a king, having a child, especially a son, is very, very important in those days. But not knowing, no sonogram, you know, he doesn't know whether it's boys or girls, or boy or girl, and he sends her into the jungle. What this means is, he held the well-being of his citizens way above the well-being of his family. Do you want such a leader in this country or not? Huh? When everybody is trying to push their sons and daughters, whether they are worth something or nothing, do you want a king or a prime minister or a chief minister or a leader in this country who will sacrifice his own family for the sake of this nation's well-being? Do you want such a leader or no even today? So this is 6,000–7,000 years ago, that's the kind of leader he was. And because no matter what happened to him, outside serial disaster, but inside unmoved by anything, he maintained his highest level of behavior, consciousness and everything. It is to that freedom that we bow down, and Rama is a god, but still he is having a real estate problem, even today. And this you call as rewriting of constitution? Who is giving you this idea? Please don't go by the social media rubbish, anybody can write anything. Nobody is rewriting the constitution of this nation.